I think there's things that can be improved on, with the holding aspect of everything. Uh, um, I didn't know there was an award for holding, so that's pretty cool. I'm trying to work my way up, to get my name, out there for the holder award. Um, but it's pretty cool. I think Thomas Fletcher kind of talked to me about there being an award for that, so working my butt off, trying to do it, trying to get it.
Get a hold though, so is there a competition?
Yeah, I think since we were out, coach just wanted the other guys to get some time. So, I mean, whatever the team needs, just go with it, guys.
So what did you see from Will on Saturday and his confidence going out there and making those two kicks?
Well, I think after his first kick, once he made his first kick, he was just comfortable the entire time after. That was pretty much the icebreaker, and it gives the team a lot of confidence in him, and he has a lot of confidence in himself to know that his team is there with him. I think he feels like he's very supported. So
you were particularly critical of your game afterwards. Upon watching film yesterday, what were some of the things you saw that you didn't do well that you need to obviously improve on, and you were a little bit critical of your own?
Yeah, I think sideline adjustments. Because what's embedded in me is the things we've worked on in practice throughout the week, and when they end up doing something different, just having it in the back of my head that okay, this might come up again, so have this in the back of your head, kind of mentality, and that's not how I approached it, that last game, and so I think I need to do a better job of that.
So you described this as a sloppy passing game, not for you, but for overall. Is that how you would see it?
Oh yeah, I definitely would. There were things that were open that I didn't take, and then it just goes right back to sideline adjustments. Things that we've talked about on the sideline that I didn't take advantage of. And even when I ran and I scored, I believe Henry Ruggs was open, on the seam route. So usually it's a chop. We've been working chop routes in practice. Never had the opportunity to get a seam route, in practice, so it wasn't on my mind at the time. But
is there any area where Jerry kind of has improved that you've seen this last
season? Talking outside of just football, I think who he is, like his leadership. Who he is outside of just on the football field. Before it'd just be me and Jerry hanging out all the time. Jerry hangs out with a lot of other guys now. He doesn't just sit and eat with me. He finds other guys to eat with. So I think off the field, that aspect, I see a big improvement for Jerry.
So he's become a little more mature, comfortable in those again, whatever.
I'd say, I guess comfortable, and mature too, I guess.
This offseason, Nick pointed out decision making, your decision making in the heat of battle sometimes, and you even said, especially late in games, you would make certain decisions. You see the scoreboard or whatever. How have you come in some of those in-game situations, making those decisions like you said this last one? And where do you still need to go?
I think that's still the biggest thing for me. It's still taking what they give me, still trying not to force things, and just playing within the rules and the boundaries of our offense.
Where do you think you've grown in your mental game in that regard?
I'm not too sure yet. It's still early, I'd say, for me to tell, because we've only played two teams. And so I think you can come back and ask me that question, maybe towards the ending of the season, and I'll probably have a better answer for you.
How does having a new offensive coordinator factor into that? Is it something you have to achieve the same level of depth of knowledge that you had in Locke's system, or does it give you a new way of looking at the game and give you a new perspective that way?
We run the same things almost towards last year. Things are geared differently because of, who Sark is and, how his offense operates. The biggest difference is, how they call their plays, it's just different. That's all it is.
There's so much talent on this team. How do you kind of look past the projected first-round picks and kind of just stay grounded?
Well, I think I can bring up a pretty good, example of not getting too over yourself within, the boundaries of the team. You look at the Browns and the Titans like yesterday. I mean, the Browns, look at all these guys that they have, and no one's really been talking about the Titans as much. And then, after what happened yesterday, I mean, it really doesn't matter about the guys you have on a team. It really matters about, how you guys come together, how you guys play as a team. I mean, an individual is not going to win a game for you guys, and an individual is not going to win an award for you guys. It's the success of a team that's going to, bring all this attention to every individual that's playing for that team. So I think it's just a matter of everyone just being on the same page, getting together, understanding what we have to do, knowing how to do it, and I mean, whatever's going to make our team successful, that's how we got to approach everything, especially this game coming up.
Saban said he thinks you're better at breaking down opposing defenses and knowing how they're going to attack you. Have you changed your scouting process, your preparation process to be better at knowing where to attack a defense?
I think our coaches help us, with a lot of that. Last year was similar, but I just didn't take into consideration, going really into detail about things. I'd say it's only because how we were going last year as an offense. I mean, just scoring so fast, getting so high up, on the scoreboard on these teams. And, I mean, that was pretty much the mindset last year for me as a quarterback for the offense last year. Let's get up. And, I mean, hopefully by halftime we're out, guys,
This past Thursday, Nick kind of made the point that sometimes they have to, as a coaching staff, rein you in, that you work so hard, your work ethic is, whether it's working out or whatever, you want to get better. Give us an example when maybe the coaches had to kind of come to you and say, hey, pull it back a little bit, and how do you respond when you're trying to improve yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, greater good kind of thing.
Yeah, so after the Duke game, I worked out after the Duke game, and then I worked out with the team Sunday, and then Monday we had another lift. And, I mean, we were throwing on Tuesday. We had Tuesday practice, and I kind of felt my arm. It was a little fatigued. And so Coach Saban ended up talking to me on Wednesday after Wednesday's practice, and he kind of told me, when did my arm start hurting? That was only the first game we played. So I explained to him, what I did after the game and, these things. And Coach Saban told me, that's not the way to go about things. This is how we should go about things. And, it'll only lead to, something not good. And so that's why we have this, set up the way it is. And so taking that into consideration, I did work out after the New Mexico State game, but I didn't do too much. It's probably more cardio. And then worked out yesterday, Sunday. And then we have a lift after this too, so probably gonna go on a lift. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
It's the Pete Mortel Holder of the Year Award. We'll check in on the watch list for you on that, okay?
Thanks, sir.
And
Anything else?
Is some of that, the work. Go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead.
Is there something that, the training your dad worked with you this summer, is there something you carried over from that, or that mentality kind of just?
I think it's just wanting, what we couldn't get last year. That's all it is. I mean, we were so close to getting a national championship, and I mean, it's just you throw everything else away, and it's right there, and I mean, you can't get it. So, I mean, we want it, we want it bad. So, we're gonna do everything we can to try and get it.
Quick one right here from Chris, and we'll be done.
Just want to ask you about your receivers blocking. How good are they?
How good are they at blocking? I mean, they're really good. The first play of the game, you see me hand the ball off to Henry Ruggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean he got that nice handoff, and I mean everyone was blocking out there. It wasn't the line was here, and there were only two guys blocking outside for him. And that's really all he needed. And I mean, you look at the Duke game with Jerry Jeudy, catching bubble passes, and them being able to extend those kind of plays, make a small play into a big play. So I think they're tremendous blockers as well as catchers.
Thanks, Tua.
Thank you.